Gamers are notorious for being messy people, but I personally like to think that I break that mold for the most part. Normally my setup always looks clean and organized, but if you take a closer look at it, you'll see that it's actually kind of dirty. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a deep clean of my gaming setup, and hopefully you'll be inspired to do the same with your own setup. Now there are 4 main things that I want to do a deep cleaning of: the keyboard, mouse, the mouse pad, and the PC. I think the first thing that we should take care of is the mouse pad, because that's going to need to get washed and then laid out to dry for a little bit while we work on the other things. Now there are 2 ways to tell if your mouse pad needs cleaning. The way that I always notice at first is if I'm moving my mouse around and I feel some heavy spots kind of where my mouse normally hangs out, but it glides really smooth over here off on the edges, then that means it's probably dirty. And the second way is something that I recently learned myself on TikTok. If you take your fingernails and you scratch on your surface and you see marks, that's probably dead skin and it's time to clean it. Kind of gross, I know, but that's just the reality of it. Dang, you can really see how dirty this thing has gotten. Now from what I've seen, the best way to clean mouse pads, and especially these really big ones, is to lay it down in a bathtub and then take some dish soap, put it all over the top, and then scrub it in with either a sponge or a microfiber cloth. While the mouse pad is hanging and drying, let's move on to the next thing, and I think we should take care of the keyboard. On the surface, this really doesn't look too dirty, like the keys themselves are clean, but if I look down in the cracks, I can definitely see some like hair and crumbs, which I'm surprised because I never eat at my setup. I'm kind of a neat freak when it comes to that, so I'm definitely going to be curious what it's going to end up looking like once we take all these keycaps off, because I have not cleaned this once in the 2 years since I've had this keyboard. So let's see how this goes. I honestly thought this was going to be a lot worse, but I mean, still pretty gross. So let's get this thing cleaned up. I'm probably just gonna vacuum on top of it just to suck everything out, and then I'll probably end up cleaning up all of the individual keycaps as well. The keyboard is now looking nice and clean, and as far as the keycaps go, I know a lot of people like to soak all their keycaps in warm water and probably some dish soap and just let them soak, but mine really weren't looking too dirty, nothing too crazy, so I think I'm just going to wash mine by hand, and I'm just going to use this microfiber cloth. It's damp, and a little soap on it, and just kind of give it a good scrub. My keyboard is nice and clean now. By the way, this is a Ducky 1-2 Mini with red silent switches, so it doesn't necessarily feel the best, but I actually don't really like tactile feel, but the main thing is it's silent when I'm streaming. Anyway, moving on to the next thing that we gotta clean is my mouse. Now this is a Glorious Model O-, and it's one of those typical gaming mice that has those honeycomb shapes, which it's nice and light, but definitely gets a lot of gunk inside of it. And I also have some just dirt buildup on the side. Yeah, let's take the vacuum to these holes and see if that helps with the bristles. And then once I'm done with that, we will just take the microfiber cloth again and make this thing nice and new looking. My mouse is now nice and clean, which leaves us with the last thing that I'm kind of dreading, to be honest, and that's the PC. I custom built this computer about 4 or 5 years ago, and every few months I will open it up and I'll take compressed air and I'll clean it out, clean all the dust out. I'll wipe down all the dust off the filters, all the regular things, which really isn't a big deal to me. But the thing that I'm kind of nervous about, and I haven't done ever since I built the computer, is take care of the dust buildup that is on the radiators, if you can see it. Oh no, that is dusty. That is not good. I mean, I've seen worse, but yeah, that's dusty. My setup is officially as good as new, and I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot more fun making this video for you guys than I thought I would, so leave a comment down below how long it's been since you've deep cleaned your own gaming setup. But yeah, that is gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace!